In 1996, the tokusatsu hero genre experienced what could be described as a moment of synchronicity. Two of the genre's biggest studios individually partner with two of the best-known names in the Japanese video game industry to produce brand new, one-shot tokusatsu hero programs that would end up starting their broadcast within a week of each other. After co-producing Mechanical Violator Hakaider with Toei in 1995, Sega of Japan became one of the main sponsors of Toei's first standalone tokusatsu hero series since 1985's Kyodaiken by Glosser, Changereon. This show served as a showcase for a new costume material process that led to a crystal-like appearance for the series' protagonist. It was a unique concept for its time and a departure from Toei's other programs that year, which included B-Fighter Kabuto and Gekiso Sentai Car Ranger. Changereon started its broadcast on TV Tokyo on April 3rd of 1996. 5 days later, on April 8th, a rival production would premiere on the same network, 7-Star Fighting God Guyferd. Geifer marked Toho Studios' return to television with a tokusatsu hero series. Their last such production was Computer Police Cybercop, which aired between 1988 and 1989. This new work was produced in partnership with Capcom, based on concepts the company had worked on for a computer game based on the character and the series setting. Geifer takes cues from the science fiction and martial arts genres to deliver a 3-arc storyline that follows Go Kasama, a flowing fist martial arts practitioner who gave up on fighting 5 years before the beginning of the story and who has been traveling the world since. During his absence, his brother and fellow martial arts practitioner Masato was kidnapped by the mysterious Crown Corporation. This leads to Go returning to Japan in search for his brother, which kickstarts a journey that would pit him against Crown and which results in Go gaining an evolved body that is enhanced by technology and the alien life form, Phala. The first story arc of the series serves as an introduction to the Crown Corporation, an organization that presents itself to the world as being research and science focused for the benefit of mankind, but in reality is focused on using its science to develop the ultimate soldiers who can carry out their plans for world domination. The research is primarily focused on two initiatives, Guyborgs, which are artificially enhanced humans with special body armor, and mutants, monsters that are the result of humans being exposed to Phala. In parallel to Crown's introduction, the story also introduces us to the main cast of the series, which includes Go, Takeyoshiro Ishii, Rei, and Yu Kujo. Aiko is an ex-Crown scientist who has partnered with Go to help him uncover Crown's secrets. Rei and Yu are friends of Go's brother, Masato. They are also members of the same dojo as the two brothers and play an active part in helping fend off Crown's ground troops and father. Throughout the first 8 episodes, Go and his allies would track down Crown's latest plots and experiments and foil them, with each step bringing them closer to the truth behind the organization. As this first arc reaches its conclusion, 2 big developments take place that will shape the rest of the series. In episode 7, we discovered that Masato is alive and he manages to reunite with Go. But mysteriously, he appears at the same time as a deadly new adversary makes himself known, Geifer. Then, in episode 8, it's revealed that Masato is Geifer and he wants to use his new power to fight his brother. But Masato and Crown are ultimately defeated, leading to a dramatic revelation. The introduction of Crown's true leader, Zodiac, a Phala-enhanced being who plans to destroy humanity so that the planet can be repopulated with only mutants. This reveal sets in motion the second story arc of the series and a new set of antagonists. These include Metal Master, who plays an active role as the ground operations leader and commands the new army of Zodiacs. These are Guyborgs who have been infected with Phala and now have power equal to Geifer. And Megumi Shion, who is now a cyborg thanks to injuries she sustained during the battle against Crown in episode 8. This second story arc runs episodes 9 through 16 and concludes with the destruction of Zodiac's forces and his underground lair. In the third arc, Zodiac reveals his ultimate form and unveils his final plan. He will collect 3 legendary artifacts that will activate the Gaianet, a power that lies deep in the planet and has the power to destroy all life on Earth. These artifacts are the Divine Mirror, the 7-Starred Sword, and the Dragon Crystal. And so, throughout these final 10 episodes of the series, a race against the clock is triggered as Go and his allies try to collect these artifacts before Zodiac does. This race will lead towards a conclusion that includes the surprise return of Masato and an exciting final confrontation between Geifer, Deathford, and Zodiac. The series would conclude with episode 26, which aired on September 30th, 1996. While it only aired for half a year, this was the original plan. Unlike other productions of this era, Geifer's production work was completed in the fall of 1995, several months before the series aired on television. Narrative-wise, the series stayed focused on the core characters on each side of the plot and advancing a small number of ongoing storylines. The supporting framework in each episode follows the same formula. Crown or Zodiac's plot is introduced. The characters have to react and plan for how to counter it. The episode's monster and Geifer appear and have a duel that brings the episode to its conclusion. Surprisingly, for a series featuring a protagonist who is renowned for his martial arts skills within the story, the fight scenes with Geifer and the various monsters he fights are at best average. The fighting choreography relies heavily on the same set of slow-moving kicks and heavy but slow-moving chops or punches in each episode with very little variety. Geifer and his adversaries do use energy attacks, but these are mostly used as finishing moves. In many respects, the combined presentation of the drama-focused scenes, visual effects, character designs, and fight scenes share many similarities to Toho's previous tokusatsu hero series, Cybercop. Throughout the series, there are multiple moments where Geifer, aesthetically speaking, felt like a spiritual successor to Cybercop. From the way the Crown and Zodiac forces are presented, to the computer interface designs, visual effects, and use of video to capture the show's footage, it's clear that they share some DNA within elements of their production. This becomes clearer when comparing each show's production teams. Hiroshika Muraishi, who was the director for Geifer, was also director for Cybercop. Interestingly, Masako Takeda, who previously played Luna in Cybercop, plays a similar role in Geifer as Megumi Shion, who is an antagonist in the first 2 arcs of the series. Funnily enough, if you fast forward to the year 2003, Geifer actors Mika Shido and Shoichiro Akaboshi repeat this pattern by appearing together in Toho's Shouseishin Grand Sasser. Due to the involvement of Capcom as a primary sponsor and co-production partner, Guyferd initially started its broadcast with limited merchandising support as the series wasn't built with integrated toy merchandising opportunities like Toei's series, which were typically done in partnership with companies like Bandai or Takara to ensure there were multiple ways to monetize their shows. Geifer doesn't use special weapons or vehicles, so the character was essentially the only aspect of the program that could be promoted outside of the series. Also, unlike Toei or Tsuburaya shows, Geifer didn't benefit from a supporting manga through publications aimed at its target audience like Television or TV Magazine. The show was featured in these publications, but in a more promotional way with colorful inserts and key photographic frames from various episodes. Capcom would not release any video game tie-ins for Geifer until 2 years after the series ended its broadcast. Geifer, Crown's devastating strategy, was published in November of 1998 for Sony's PlayStation and Sega's Saturn systems. The game centers on 3D maze and car battle mechanics that are supported by full-motion video clips that help progress its story. Following its broadcast, the series was first released on home video in Japan through a Laserdisc box set in March of 1997. In 2005, the series had its first DVD pressing, which was followed by another set in 2018 under the Toho DVD Masterpiece Collection label. Overall, Geifer is a more subdued program than most of its contemporaries, with a heavier focus on its human drama, short and fast-moving story arcs, and visually stunning design for its protagonist. Geifer delivers something that is different to the genre. If you're on the hunt for a new tokusatsu hero series to watch or add to your collection, Geifer could be a solid pickup and a very easy watch with just 26 episodes.